After a successful calibration run of its new technology, Aqua Survey begins running lanes on the Atocha debris trail. A few days into the process, an unforeseen situation arises, requiring them to use an additional geophysical tool.
Today we're going to have to do a side-scan sonar survey. Side-scan sonar is a way of imaging the bottom with sound. It sends out a fan-shaped beam and listens for the responses. While we were searching the area, we found some pretty good-sized rock formations, ones that we didn't know were there before. So by going out and doing a side-scan sonar survey, we'll be able to make almost like an aerial picture of the survey area. And that way we'll have a better idea of where the rocks are that could destroy the sled.
Using the data collected from the side-scan sonar unit, Aqua Survey is able to accurately tow the EM sled while avoiding uncharted natural obstacles. Before heading out of Key West to escape the oncoming wave of tropical storms, Aqua Survey stopped by the Mel Fisher Maritime Museum to get a closer look at the kind of treasure they're searching for. After a tour of the museum, they go behind the scenes for an inside look at the conservation lab. All recovered treasure goes through a stabilization process in order to preserve it for future generations. Depending on its material, it can take anywhere from a few hours to a few years for an artifact to become stable enough to put on display. A few days later, the team arrives back in New Jersey, ready to take a closer look at the data they've collected.
Now that we're done surveying, we get back to the office and we process the data, evaluate the targets, and then prioritize the targets. I'm working with Gary Randolph down with the Fishers, and we're looking at the targets that we've got, trying to prioritize them, and we're probably going to come up with, say, the top 20. Give 10 to the Magruder, 10 to the Dare, and both boats will go out and start blowing out the targets, see what we can find.
Robin White from Media, Pennsylvania asks, Aqua Survey seems to perform a wide array of interesting projects. What other applications could this technology be used for?
Besides using this equipment to find lost treasure, this equipment could be used to find lost cities that are buried under the sediments. It can be used for finding unexploded ordnance, that's bombs, and it could be used to define exactly where utility runs are. Pipelines in rivers, lakes, in estuaries. So it can be used for a whole bunch of things besides treasure hunting.
With this summer's survey completed, what's next for the Atocha project?
Now that the survey's completed, we're getting ready to go back to Key West to look at certain areas that we've pinpointed targets of interest. When I say target of interest for us, at least I can share this with you. When we do a survey, first we run magnetometer lines, that's the green plus symbols, and then we ran our EM sled. And our EM sled gave us all these blue crosshair targets. And this is real interesting because these are areas that the Fishers have explored before. They found emeralds here, they found silver here, another emerald, and here's some gold, and up top here there's another gold. So you can see we're really right on top of the debris trail. But what's interesting is all these EM hits could be iron, could be gold, could be silver, but all these mag trails in the red with the numbers right here are actually mag hits, which means iron based. So we've come up with all these areas that show no iron hits and show metal. And here you can see this is in millivolts, and we've already determined that a silver bar buried in 5 feet of sediment gives us around 200 millivolts. So you can see why we're pretty excited about things. This is 117 millivolts, this is 39 millivolts, this is 40,000 millivolts. The next couple weeks are going to be just incredible weeks. I mean, some of us, myself included, aren't even sleeping right now because we're thinking about what is 40,000 millivolts. If 200 is a bar of silver at 5 feet, what the heck is 40,000 millivolts?
Next time, the team heads back to the waters off the Grand Marquesas to begin investigating the EM targets. Will the lost treasure of the Atocha finally see the light of day? Stay tuned to our website as the adventure continues to unfold.